Just when you thought you were getting the hang of this blockchain stuff, along comes something called Layer 3. Yep, you heard that right, Layer 3. You've probably heard of Layer 1, where the main blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Layer 2 solutions, which are all about scaling and speeding things up. But what on earth is Layer 3 and why should you care? Well, if you're interested in the future of blockchain technology, you absolutely need to know about Layer 3. In this video, we're going to break down what Layer 3 is, why it's the next big thing, and how it could revolutionize the way we interact with decentralized networks. Trust me, this is one video you don't want to miss. So here's the problem. Blockchain is evolving faster than most of us can keep up with. We've got layer ones, the foundation. Think Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, just to list a few. These protocols make everything else possible. And then there's layer twos, which aim to fix some of the layer two's biggest issues like slow transactions, high fees, with solutions like the Lightning Network and zk-Rollups. But even with these advancements, blockchain still faces challenges, especially when it comes to things like interoperability, user experience, and scaling across multiple networks. This is where layer threes come in. Without understanding layer threes, you're missing out on what could be the key to making blockchain truly mainstream. So, what exactly is layer 3? Well, to put it simply, layer 3 is about application protocols and services that sit on top of layer 2 solutions. While layer 2 solutions focus on scaling and speeding up layer 1 blockchains, layer 3 is where the real magic is happening for developers and users. It's designed to provide a smoother, more integrated experience across different blockchains and applications. Think of it like a bridge that connects various layer 2 solutions, enabling them to work together seamlessly and allowing developers to create more complex, user friendly applications. So let's break it down. We've got layer 1. This is the foundation. This is where the main blockchain protocols exist, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano. All of these are layer 1 networks that provide the basic infrastructure for decentralized transactions and smart contracts. However, they're often slow and expensive when used on large scale, which is why they need layer 2s. That brings us on to layer 2s. They are a scaling layer. Layer 2 solutions like Lightning Network for Bitcoin, optimistic roll-ups for Ethereum are built on top of layer 1s to handle more transactions faster and cheaper. They're critical for making blockchain usable in the real world applications, but still have limitations, especially when it comes to working across different blockchains. And finally, we've got layer 3 solutions, applications and interoperability. This is where things get really interesting. Layer 3s are focused on making user experience smoother and enabling different layer 2 solutions to talk with one another. It's where you'll find the likes of decentralized identity solutions, cross-chain bridges, and advanced application protocols that make it easier for developers to build and for users to interact with different blockchains. Essentially, layer 3 is about unlocking the full potential of blockchain by ensuring that everything works together seamlessly. So let's talk about the importance of layer 3s. Let's start with interoperability. One of the biggest challenges in the blockchain space is getting different blockchains and layer 2 solutions to work together. Layer 3 protocols aim to solve this by embedding seamless communication between different networks. This means you can move assets and data across different blockchains without the need to worry about compatibility issues. And then we've got user experience, which I believe is one of the biggest challenges in the space and one that I've talked about many times. Let's face it, interacting with blockchain technology can still be a bit clunky for the average user. Layer 3 is all about improving user experience and making it more intuitive and less technical. This involves creating more user-friendly wallets, developing decentralized applications, also known as dApps, that don't require the understanding of complex blockchain jargon, and making it more mainstream and more like everyday apps and services that people are using in Web 2. And let's not forget we've got advanced applications. Layer 3 open up the possibility for more complex and sophisticated applications that can leverage multiple blockchains and layer 2 solutions. This could be anything from decentralized finance, also known as DeFi platforms, that offer more features and better liquidity, to gaming ecosystems that allow users to seamlessly trade assets across different games and platforms. You've also got scalability beyond transactions, and this is something that a lot of people don't realize. Layer 2 protocols are focused on scaling transactions. Layer 3 protocols are aimed on scaling the entire blockchain experience. This includes scaling data storage, processing power, and even governance mechanisms across different blockchains, making it possible to truly decentralize and scale applications. But layer 3s don't come without risk. Let's break them down. Complexity. Adding another layer to the blockchain stack inevitably increase complexities. This means that more challenges for developers and potentially more points of failure. Building and maintaining layer 3 solutions requires a deep understanding of multiple blockchains and layer 2 protocols, which can be a barrier for widespread adoption. And then there's security concerns. With more layers come more potential vulnerabilities. Each additional layer in the blockchain stack introduces new attack vectors that could be exploited by malicious actors. Ensuring that the security of layer 3 solutions will be critical, especially as they handle more sensitive data and larger volumes of transactions. We also have standardization. The blockchain space is still very much in its infancy, and there's a real lack of standardization across different networks and protocols. Layer 3 solutions will need to address these by creating standards that can be adopted across the board. Without standardization, the benefits of layer 3 could be limited to specific use cases or networks, reducing the overall impact. And finally, we have adoption and integration. For layer 3 to truly take off, it needs to be adopted by developers and integrated into existing blockchain ecosystems. This requires not only technical innovation, but also collaboration between different projects and communities. Achieving widespread adoption will be a significant challenge, especially given the competitive, if I can get my words out, nature of the blockchain space. So, what's next for layer 3? As blockchain technology continues to evolve, layer 3 is likely to play an increasingly important role in making the technology more accessible and practical for everyday use. We're already seeing the development of layer 3 protocols that aim to solve some of the biggest challenges facing blockchain and the blockchain space in general, from interoperability to user experience. In the future, layer 3 could become the standard for how we interact with decentralized networks, enabling everything from seamless cross-chain transactions to complex dApps that can operate across multiple blockchains. It's an exciting time to be involved in blockchain and the blockchain space, and the layer 3 is definitely something you need to keep an eye on. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Got any questions on layer 3s? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to watch this video on how DeFi works and what DeFi is. Definitely worth checking it out. Go educate yourself right now.